I have not seen this club on a TrackMan yet, so this is going to be fun. I knew it was good, but dadgum, I didn't know it was that good. All right guys, welcome back to another video. This is actually my first time doing this with my new clubs, and basically I haven't been on the TrackMan yet, so I'm super excited to actually see the numbers from these clubs, especially my driver. My irons I think are kind of similar, but today I'm gonna be doing it on the TrackMan, and stay tuned for the end because you're gonna be able to see a beautiful layout of every single different club I hit, and there'll be like color attachments to each club, so stay tuned for that. But it is going to be really cool. Obviously I got the new Cobras in the bag, the LTDX for the driver and the 3-wood, and then we'll be able to see the numbers for my 4-iron as well. So let's get right into this. I chose to do this today inside because if I did it outside right now, my camera would overheat in about 2 seconds. So that's why I'm in here. I'm in the TrackMan in the GoodGood office. So let's jump right into this. I'm gonna hit about 5 or 6 shots with each club. I've already warmed up. So it's gonna be pretty true to the situation here. For anybody who's wondering, I'm going to be using these Titleist Pro V1s that are RCT balls. So basically what that means is it has a tracker inside of it, or has this mesh inside of it, so the TrackMan picks up extremely accurate data, and then you'll be able to see down here the numbers are not italicized, so they're very accurate spin numbers across the board. So let's get into it. It's gonna be a great day. It's always a great day. It's always a great day. Guys, listen, there is a formula for everything in life. There's a formula for becoming better at golf. There's a formula for doing math problems. There's also a formula for becoming a better looking, better smelling, and more attractive man. And I'm about to show you guys that right now. That brings me to this right here. Today's video is sponsored by Dr. Squatch. The best thing about Dr. Squatch is they have your whole routine covered, from bar soaps right here, which look and smell amazing, to shampoo and conditioner, and my favorite, which is aluminum-free deodorant. Now, it's time to get rid of all of these mainstream products that are filled with crappy ingredients that you're putting on and in your body. I play a ton of golf, I'm in the heat a lot, I sweat a lot. With a lot of deodorants, I struggle with pit burn. And with Dr. Squatch, I've never had that, and it's absolutely incredible. It smells great, and it feels great for a long period of time. Dr. Squatch is made from the finest ingredients that Mother Nature has to offer, and they're super transparent about their ingredients and their production. So if you want the formula to becoming a better looking, better smelling, and more attractive man, well, I'm about to show you. All right, so it's pretty simple. Obviously, see how to become a better golfer. Practice plus coffee plus more coffee, well, equals your best golf. Now, how to become a more attractive, better looking, and better smelling dude? Well, it's pretty simple, okay? This right here is the answer. So if this sounds appealing to you right now, click the link in my description and use the code DSQMicah in all caps at checkout for 20% off orders $20 or more. And with that being said, let's get back to today's video. Also, I got this little mic and it's top of the line and I really like it. So hopefully you guys like it. The sound, the audio is just gonna be really neat. So first shot with my 60 here. That one felt really good for a full swing. I like it actually. These are all going to be full swings that I'm doing here today. I'm very impressed with that. Spin maybe just a little bit high, but some of that could be where my hands are. But that's 5 shots there. 92, 90, 93, 96, 97. That is pretty consistent and I feel really happy with that. So I'm gonna move on to a 56, but right here you can see my 60 degree is going to average out at about 93 yards with a full swing, which is really good. That's right where I like it. All right, here we go. I'm switching it to 56 degree wedge. I'm gonna blow through 5 of these real quick and then I'm gonna keep this ship rocking. All right, so 56 degree, it actually looks like the gapping is pretty good. So basically you see it was about 93 with my 60. Between the average of those numbers, there's not too much deviation. I think that 100 yard one I hit just a little bit, not the best strike, but you can see the average there is probably about 107 to 108, which that's a really good gap between my 60 and my 56. Now moving on to my 52, which is my last wedge before I get to my irons. Keep in mind, these are just really like, I'm not doing anything extra with these swings. They're really stock, which is really important for me to know when I get out to the course. All right, here we are back in action here. Got my 52 degree wedge. Just gonna make a couple swings here. 118 for the first one. You can see it's blue now. I like that. That is almost exactly what I was hoping for. 114, 4 yards of difference, not too bad. Out of all my wedges, I think my 52 is my favorite. I don't know why, but. Dude, this one is just spot on here. Oh, that's about 122. Ooh, 121.6. All right, well, that is 5 shots. Well, I think that one speaks for itself. The average is probably about 118.5. Math could be a little off, but that wedge is feeling good. The spin is pretty good. I think a little bit something steep or something that's creating a little extra spin, but the consistency on the flight is just incredible. All right, guys, moving on to my pitching wedge here. This is the first one of the irons. Let's see where these are. Stay tuned. A little bit right, but pretty good strike. Look at that, 136, 142, 135, 142. That's pretty crazy. All right, I'm gonna hit one more with this one because, well, pretty sure I know what's going on here. Ooh, can't say that I didn't plan that one out. All right, well, that pitching wedge, obviously you can see the average there is probably about right at 140, maybe just a little bit under 140, but 140 is really good for where I want my pitching wedge. It's not going too far, which is good. So now I'm moving on to my 9-iron. A little bit right, but not too bad. That was a really good strike. That's gonna be another 160. Yeah. Here, number 5. Dang, those last 3 were just absolutely money. 154, 160, 162, 161, 162. All right, guys, moving to an 8-iron here. Let's see what we got here. I'm expecting these to be anywhere from 170 to 175. Just a smidge right, but 169 with a not the best strike. Okay, a little bit hot there. All right, so 3 with an 8-iron so far. That first one, it was a little bit of a miss hit, so that's why it's a little bit shorter there, but so 173 total, so just a little bit behind it. 174, baby. All right, guys, so that's my 8-iron. I think it's right about, you know, doing my math here, 69, 80, 82, 73. Say 176.1 average. I don't know if that's real math or not, but that's what I'm going with. Here we are, moving on to my 7-iron, and I'm gonna hit about 5 shots with it. You guys already know the drill. 202 there. 209, just left the face open just a little bit, but a little more square there. Wow, those were all really good. So 202, 209, 205, 203, and 206, which puts me at an average of about 204 to 205. But I really like that. It's very consistent, and consistency is key. So moving on to my 6-iron. I'm gonna switch it here. That is a beautiful thing. I love seeing all the Christmas lights over there happening. It's just beautiful. All right, here we go. 6-iron. Dude, shout out to Cobra. These have all been so close, in just the deviation is just absolutely insane. I mean, that's 0.3 yards of difference. Just a couple yards farther, but that is not bad. little power draw there, but 6 iron right there, 213, 213, 216, 222, 211. So number 44 was just a little bit hot, a little bit closer to the center of the face. That's pretty darn consistent. I'm pretty happy with that. And that's actually total distance, and I can actually change this to carry distance. Once we get done, I'll change that to carry distance so that we can see that. But moving on to a 5 iron here, and I'm gonna switch gloves because my hands are getting a little sweaty. All right guys, here we go, 5 iron in hand. With the face wide open. All right, well, I'm gonna need to dial that in, but that's gonna be a close number. Still, face was just wide open, but we'll work on that. There it is. A little better, still a little right, but they can't all be perfect. 230, that's yeah, that's about right. Yeah, so there it is with a 5 iron, 5 shots, 6 shots, 225, 224, 233, 230, 235, and 241. So there's not much deviation there for a 5 iron, which is super solid. So now moving on to my 4 iron, and then the good stuff starts. So let's burn through this, and then we'll get to the ones I've been waiting for. 147, that is going to be 252.1. I need to work on just closing that face a little bit. I like my club path, but my face is just a little open. When you have these longer clubs, you obviously see it, but 252 there with my 4 iron. All right, come on, Ted, get that dialed in with the face. That's gonna be the same thing, come on. Well, you can see there, a little bit squirrely with the 4 iron. I'm gonna hit one more because I want to try to hit one a little bit straighter. Need to control that face a little more. All right, you know what? I'm gonna end there just because I'm gonna start trying to do all this swing work if I don't control myself. But now we are on to my Cobra 2 iron, which I'm super pumped for this. But before we get on to these clubs, the irons I'm extremely impressed with. They have been just very, very consistent in how far they're rolling out and how far they're carrying. So after all those, you can see it's very close to like 249 on total distance, and it's been around 235 to 240 carry. So 30 feet of rollout, really not too bad with a 4 iron. But now I'm gonna be moving on to the beloved 2 iron, and this has the Mitsubishi shaft in it. It says 4 iron on it, but it's bent down to 18 degrees, so it's lower launching, and it's the length of a 4 iron so that it spins, and yada yada. That's just club stuff. All right, so you can see all of the numbers. They're like right there, you can see them. And now I'm moving on to the good stuff. I am going to the 2 iron, baby. I'm gonna see what we're working with. I haven't seen the numbers of this club, and you know what? I'm actually gonna switch balls. No funny business here. I haven't seen this club on the TrackMan yet, so I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. Hit that like button if you're excited as me. That's about what I was hoping it would be. 267 right out the gate. All right, so first one with the 2 iron there looks pretty solid. I love that distance. That's pretty much about what I was expecting, but oh, that was a good one. Look at that, it's just 2 yards of difference. That's just a nice straight ball flight there. That's what we like to see. It's gonna be almost identical. That is just beautiful. Oh, that's a good one. Yep, 267, right about 270. I might try to break out a T here and see if there's any difference there, but here we go, number 5. Those have all been nice and really consistent. That's gonna be a little right because I really went after it because I wanted to see what I could get out of it. Just need to get that path out in a little bit. That actually makes, so this was something I was kind of curious about. So with this club, those last 2, I actually swung really hard, and the trajectory went up. So I'm in my head right now. The height went up, but the distance didn't change that much. That is a beautiful thing. That means that when I hit this into a par 5, need to carry it 250 or something, whatever I need to do, I can swing harder, and it's just going to rate, it's gonna spin a little more, but it's not gonna lose much distance. That's literally the things that I think about in my head all the time. went there out loud for a second. Wow, I love that. Be a little bit right, but look at that. Still right on the number, 260, and I'm leaving the face open, but I'm excited. I know that might be a little bit right, but I swung really hard, and I like that, and it ends up at 270, and it carried 255, so only 15 yards of roll from hitting that 270 yard. That is wonderful. Okay, things are gonna get out of hand if I don't move on, and we're gonna be here all night. But that is the 2-iron, and you guys saw the numbers, and I love those numbers. All right, here we are. I have made it to the 3-wood. I'm only 1 club away from the driver. I love this club. I don't know exactly what I'm working with numbers-wise. I've hit it off the tee a couple times, and I've hit it from the fairway a couple times. I really, really like it, but I'm excited to see the numbers. So without further ado, I'm gonna hit a couple off the deck, and I'm gonna hit a couple off the tee and just kind of see what happens here. I can deal, I'm gonna work on that club face. Obviously that's something that that doesn't really pertain to the club, that's just me right now. But 286 carry and 297 total. That is only 11 yards of rollout. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, that did not feel like it cut, but it did. But let's see the numbers. So 291 carry, that one I knew I hit it. I caught it like with 0 spin, so it rolled out a ton. But let me get a couple more here. 3-wood off the deck is something I gotta be honest, I haven't done much. Oh, heavy again. So that was a little more rollout. Obviously you can see 137 smash, not great. Still gonna be a little right, but it's gonna be a good number. I'm kind of consistently right there with my face to path, but I'll work on that. We're just looking at numbers right now. 271 carry, 280 total. You can see I like that's the way that's spinning, and that's gonna allow me to be holding greens. Okay, calm down, Tig. See, a little overcompensation there. All right, I'm gonna hit one more here, and then we're gonna move on because that's kind of what I was expecting, but might actually get that one to go a little, yeah. See now, I'm just messing with me. I wanna hit one more good one here, but you can see the numbers a little, well, a little all over the place, but that's the archer, not the arrow. That's a pretty good one. 260 carry, nice little chunk and run, 300 yard, 3-wood. Nice. All right, well, we're gonna work on that. Just hitting it off the deck is weird for me, but it's no excuse. It's just I'm not the best with a 3-wood right now. I do love the club though. I do say that a couple of those felt way worse than they actually were. So now moving on to my second, this is my favorite club in the bag. My 2-iron and this are my favorite clubs in the bag. I can't make a choice on what's better, but I have not seen this club on a TrackMan yet, so this is going to be fun. Here we are with driver. LTDX with the Tour AD UB-6 Flex X. So here we go. I knew it was good, but daggum, I didn't know it was that good. Spin rate at 2,000, money, 331 carry with a 354 yard total, about 20 yards of roll there. And that was a nice stock swing too. I might try to crank this thing up a little bit. Y'all might be in for something here. That's gonna be another good one. A little bit left, but I ain't mad. 335, 360 total. I'm gonna give these next couple a nice couple rips here. All right, I actually like that that's going left and not right when I kind of mishit it. All right, here we go. Just put a couple more stock swings before I go crazy. Obviously that spin was a little bit low, but wasn't necessarily a good draw, but a mishit that carried 317 and ended at 338. Definitely probably a little more left than I would like. Probably missed the fairway, but nice little baby fade there. 323 carry, 347 total, 2,288 spin, 185 ball speed with 124 club. That is about as stock as it gets. 149 smash. Feel super happy about that. I'm actually impressed with this driver. And I think the thing is probably most impressive is I hit a couple, not like those, couple of those shots were not hit well, and it never dropped below 180 ball speed. So probably my average ball speed right now has probably been like 185, 186, and that's really not even going after it. And that to me is super impressive. I'm gonna set this mic on the ground, and I'm gonna ramp this up, and I'm gonna see what I can get to. I don't want it to be going crazy, but I'm gonna see kind of what this driver is capable of. I haven't like swung too hard in a long time, so you guys are about to see something that, well, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but it could be crazy. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but that right there is insane to me. 350 carry, but look at the spin. The spin dropped way down. I must have hit a little, like, whatever, high or low on the face, but 1.5 smash. 376 total. Kind of starting to move it a little bit with this driver. I knew it was good, but daggone. Well guys, I kind of just went all out there for a second. I wasn't doing crazy swings, but I definitely put some gas in there, and you know, was kind of getting close up to about 128, 130 club head speed. But now, since I've been through the bag, obviously the purpose of the video is not to see how far I could hit it, but just wanted to have a little fun there. While I'm gonna go over here and look at the screen, and it's gonna pop up on the screen so you guys are gonna be able to see it. I want to go through and I want to see the deviation, and I think I'm going to be able to look at a shot pattern here. All right, so starting with my 60 degree, obviously pretty consistent there, and you guys saw the average, you can see on the screen. But 56 degree, you can see very tight grouping there, maybe favor the right just a little bit, need to work on that face angle. 56 degree, very happy with the consistency of the trajectory, the height and the launch angle, all pretty tight there. Pitching wedge, need to work on that a little bit, but overall pretty happy with that, consistent of the launch angle. 9 iron, you can see pretty consistent, had a squirrely one out there to the right. 8 iron, pretty consistent, very happy with that. Just need to work on closing that face, or squaring that face just a little more, but super happy with that. As we're getting a little bit into the long irons, a little more deviation with a 7 iron going 200 yards. It's really not too bad. 6 iron was really tight. I'm super happy. You can see the trajectory. Everything is super consistent there. 5 iron, definitely a little bit squirrely. Face angle I was struggling to keep it square, but you can see the trajectory is very similar across the board. 4 iron, I hit a bunch of these. Just need to work on the consistency of face angle, but there, you know, the ball is traveling 233 yards. There's going to be more deviation. And then 2 iron, obviously, those are pretty much all fairway finders. Had one out there that was a little far to the right, but not too upset with that. 3 wood, you're gonna see I primarily kind of favored the right side there a little bit. Hit 2 out there, they were really bad, just straight up, no cap there. And then driver, obviously I hit a bunch of these. You can see all these first ones right here are the ones that I was hitting before I started to really go after them, and obviously lose control when I was swinging that hard. But all of these in the middle here, I did hit a few squirrely ones when I was actually swinging very smooth, but most of them that I was, you know, when I was swinging nice and controlled, they were very tight in there, and I was extremely impressed with that. But I'm very impressed with the woods. I'm very impressed with this whole entire bag, honestly, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It was definitely a little bit different, but I obviously wanted to get on the TrackMan and see these numbers, and it's actually cool because I can actually pull these up on my phone when I'm on the course, and I can remember and see all of these shots, and I can go in there and get the averages and do some math in my head. So this was extremely cool, and I'm super pumped to be with Cobra. Huge shout out to them. Their clubs are amazing, and I can't wait to just keep tweaking and, you know, I love tweaking and just doing all these things, just seeing how I can improve. The Cobra team is awesome, and I'm just pumped to be working with them. So shout out to them. But thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to be playing in tournaments soon. I have some really big stuff coming up, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I am just overwhelmed. I'm closing in on 300,000, so if you haven't hit the subscribe button, it goes a long ways. And thank you guys so much for the support. Get out there and get something done today, all right? Do something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable and gets you out of your comfort zone and pushes you toward whatever goal you have in life. I love you guys. Peace.